Hello, Middle 3. In this video, we're introducing our play, Arms and the Man. But before we proceed, let's first remember the difference between the three branches of literature. As we know, literature is divided into novel, drama, and poetry. Novel is the art of writing stories, which are divided into chapters, and the person who writes a novel is called a novelist or an author. However, drama is the art of writing plays, and the plays are divided into acts and the acts into scenes. The person who writes a play is called the playwright. As for poetry, it's the art of writing poems. These poems are divided into stanzas and the stanzas into lines. And the person who writes poetry is called a poet. Today we're concerned with drama, plays. So, what are the elements of a play? What are the elements of drama? Here they are. Just bear in mind that a play is acted on stage. So, its elements are playwright, setting, which is divided into time and place, characters, plot means the main events, themes are the main ideas, the narrator, stage directions, which mean the movements of the characters on stage, and the dialogue. Let's first start with the playwright. Our playwright is George Bernard Shaw. He was born in 1856 in Dublin, Ireland, which means the 19th century. He wrote more than 60 plays. He was famous for incorporating both contemporary satire and historical allegory. He was influenced by Henrik Ibsen. He sought to introduce a new realism in drama, using his plays to reflect his political, social, and religious views. He received a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1925. Just bear in mind these two words, satire and realism. We'll see this in our drama, in our play. As for the setting, the events of this play take place in the 19th century in a place called Bulgaria, a country called Bulgaria. What you need to know is that at that time there was a war between Bulgaria and another country called Serbia. Bulgaria was assisted by Russia, the Russians generally, and Serbia was assisted by Austria or the Austrians. All right? Now let's move to the characters. As for the characters, we have Major Petkov. He was a major in the Bulgarian army. Major Petkov is married to Catherine Petkov. Catherine Petkov is his wife, and she's a social climber, an upstart, or a novo reach. Novo reach is a person who has recently acquired wealth. Both of them had a daughter called Raina. Raina was engaged to a wealthy man and a major in the Bulgarian army called Sergius. And later on, she will fall in love with the Swiss mercenary called Bluntschli. In this house, there were two servants, Luca, the maidservant, and she's a bad example for a servant, and Nicola, a manservant, who's a good example of a servant. And we're going to have examples in the play. Let's move to the following element, which is the themes. We have mainly three themes: major themes and minor themes. So we have one major theme, which is the romantic ideas held about war and marriage, and how interlinked or related they were in Shah's society. Shah's society used to believe that war is related to heroism and glory. However, Bernard Shaw is totally against this idea and he's criticizing it in his play. We have two minor themes. The first one is the snobbery of people who have recently acquired wealth and feel superior. These are the upstarts or the nouveau riche we mentioned when we spoke about Catherine Petkoff. So this theme is mainly represented by Catherine Petkoff and somehow Raina too. Another minor theme is the different attitudes of the servants to their positions, and this theme is represented by Luca and Nicola. As we said before, Luca is a bad example of a servant, however, Nicola is the good example of a servant. So we're done by now. When we start reading the play, we'll find the examples for these themes in the following video. Thank you so much.